Okay, you just saw the finished composition. We're doing an apple, a red delicious apple, real simple. We're going to actually cover the really fundamentals of watercolor painting doing the Ala Prima method. Ala Prima means just you're painting everything at one time and you're not really doing any kind of glazings or using the blow dryer and things like that, and doing really light washes over darker, doing light washes and then darker washes over the top. Not really. No, we're doing the Ala Prima method here. Basically, we're painting everything at one time. We're doing just a simple, right here where we can see, I have my, a photograph here I have of one of my previous paintings. This is actually going to be in my new book. So I have this painting here is just a simple apple with a background of maybe some blues and, warm and cool blue and gold and reds and things like that. So we have a background. We have a red delicious apple. Let's replicate this. Let's put this down here onto the paper and just cover the basic simple methods and techniques you're going to need to do watercolor. If you're going to paint the Ala Prima method, basically you're going to be going straight in and just going in and putting in your paints and your washes at one time. So let's do that here. Let's take this and we'll say, okay, we're going to do the apple here. Let's create the apple. Let's do that. Let's do the apple. Like that. And then let's do the shadow of the apple. And then let's do the top of the apple. And then let's do the stem of the apple like that. And I think there we have the sketch. Looks good, the drawing. Then we're going to do the background. This is like a table. So we're sitting on a white, maybe like a white tablecloth. We can say that our apple is sitting on a table, on a white tablecloth, and we have the edge of the table back here. Like that. So we put the back of our table here, white tablecloth, shadow, red delicious apple. Let's create this beautiful apple, doing it simply. You've seen right here, the pencil drawing is in. Now, the only other thing we're going to want to mention here is, let me take a marker. We're going to say that the light is coming from here, so I'll make a little light insignia. Spotlight, that's a spotlight there. The light's coming from here, coming across this way. This way we kind of know where's the light striking the apple. Where's the shadow side? This is the shadow side over here. So we can even put over here shadow. Shadow side. Over here. Just so we know. Okay. All right, now let's get started. Alizarin crimson, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, cadmium red. Let's do the red here. We could take some of that red and go into the shadow. Shadow might be some cerulean blue and some yellow ochre, like that. that. Maybe a little bit of French ultramarine blue. Blend it on in like that. Let's blend this here. This is the light side. Can you see how I did that? Take some tissue. There we go. Make some light. Create some light on your apple. Then let's take some blue. And some green. Why not? Blue, green. Like that. Burnt umber, red, blue. A little bit of dark there. And I lift up with some tissue, some light. Can you see how I did that? I lifted up some paint off the apple to make that some light effects. So the light's coming from here, coming this way. So the light is coming this way. And then we just blotted up a little bit of paint so we have some light on the apple over here on the right side of this apple here. Like that. Looks good. Then we take some cobalt blue, some French ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, yellow ochre. Let's do some background here. I'll lift this up a little bit. A little bit of splashing. Like that. Cerulean blue. A little bit of green, sap green. And I'm just working the colors. And the shadow color over here is cerulean blue, French ultramarine blue. Like that. little bit of extra color excitement with some yellow ochre. All right, there we have it. Okay, then the only thing we have left is let's take some French ultramarine blue, burnt umber, sap green, those three colors. For the stem. And after that, we'll let this dry. We'll do a little bit of highlights. Let's do some highlights. But here you can see we used lots of beautiful straight tube paint right into the painting. Ala Prima, painting all at one time. We're not doing any glazing techniques. And the only thing left is once this dries, let's let this dry for about 5 or 10 minutes. I'll come back in just a second. We'll do a few highlights and that's it. We'll be all completed. This will be a beautiful completed painting, a gorgeous red delicious apple painted Ala Prima. And you'll see how good it looks when we're 100% done. I just have to do a few more details. We have some darks here for our stem. We got that in. Maybe we have to add a few more darks in here where the shadows are, where the stem is. And then maybe we'll add a little bit of lights. Maybe we'll add a few little touches of some lights with some titanium white. So we'll use some titanium white. Here we'll use some titanium white for some highlights. But for the most part, we are looking good. Okay, so we'll come right back in just a second to do a few highlights, and we're having a fun time doing our red delicious apple with shadows, light, plenty of light in this picture, shadows, exciting tube color paints. We're using our really exciting fresh squeeze tube paint to get our colors on our apple, some shadows, some darker shadows over here, maybe even a little bit of purple over here on this side like that. Okay, so we'll be right back. We'll just finish up a couple details and we'll be completed, and you'll have a beautiful apple you can practice time and time again. We have a little bit of background in there too for excitement, white tablecloth, and we'll be right back and we'll finish up. All right, we're finishing up our beautiful apple painting here. So let's, do some little touches of highlights. We'll stick with our brush that we're using here. This is a number 8 Da Vinci Maestro travel brush. I dry off a little bit of the water. Once I rinse the brush, I dry off a little bit of water. Then here we have some titanium white. We'll use a little bit of yellow ochre. We'll put a little bit of yellow ochre in the top of the tube of the yellow, of the white, the titanium white. Let's do a little titanium white on top. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Look at that highlight. That highlight, it looks great. Let's do another little spot here. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Another highlight right there on the apple. Perfect. Okay. Couple highlights with titanium white and a little bit of yellow ochre. A little bit of yellow ochre in the titanium white tube, top of the tube. There we go. Perfect. There we go. We can move around. We can just add some light here and there. Move it around. Just like that. Perfect. Look at that. We added a little bit of light with the titanium white with a little bit of yellow ochre in the top. And that is it. We are complete here. So we've done another beautiful painting here. We can lift this up now and we can see how good that looks. A beautiful red delicious apple. And then we can actually just peel off the tape to isolate how good this looks. And look how great that looks. All right, please, please, please paint apples, oranges, grapes, whatever you have, any kind of fruit, vegetables, paint them, have a fun time with it. We just did a really simple red delicious apple here. And I please, subscribe below on the right hand side. You'll see the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. This way you can follow along each week. Why not? If you're just starting out in watercolors, or if you've been painting watercolors a couple months or a couple years, keep coming back to my channel. We're doing plenty of paintings like this. We're doing apples, oranges. We're doing city scenes. We're doing seascapes with oceans. We're doing figure painting. We do everything watercolor. So if you're coming back here week after week, month after month, and year after year, you're going to learn watercolor without a doubt. You're going to really have a great time of learning watercolor on my channel. So just if you subscribe below on the right hand side, you'll be all set, because you'll just get a notification from YouTube saying that I've created a new video, and I'm making new videos every weekend. So every weekend I'm here doing 2 and 3 and 4 videos every weekend. You'll get notified with the subscribe button below on the right hand side. That'll notify you, hey, time to grab your brushes, your paints, your paper, and jump in here with us and work along with us. And we're going to do all these kind of great paintings every week. And the more you paint and the more you work with us, the better you're going to get. You're going to have great success with watercolor. So always remember, repetition is the mother of skill. What that means is the more you repeat things, the more you repeat and repeat things over and over and over again, and you practice, you're going to become skillful at watercolor. That's all it is. Repetition is the mother of skill. Okay? So come on back with us next time. Well, sure enough, next week we're going to be creating many new videos, so don't worry about it. We're having tons of new videos coming out every week after week, and month after month, and year after year. We're going to be here creating new videos in watercolor. Jump along with us here. Subscribe on the right-hand side below. This way you don't lose us. You know, I want you to make sure you stick with our channel here. If you want to learn watercolor, this is the place to be. And we'll continue on, and you'll get better as you go. Okay? I promise you that. You'll get better at watercolor if you're just repeating the same methods and techniques in watercolor over and over again. And that's what we do on this channel. Over and over again, we just repeat the same things over and over. Ala Prima method, glazing techniques, colors, how to use the palette, how to use the brush, how to set up your painting, how to lay out your painting, how to put some tape around your painting to make it look better. We have all the absolute best techniques here and methods to watercolor. So I'm hoping you really will subscribe below. Make sure you're here week after week. Stick with us every week after week, month after month, and year after year. Stick with us. You will get better at watercolor. You will absolutely have a great time with painting, drawing in watercolor. Okay, so we'll come back next week with more paintings, more drawings. And this is just a simple apple, but we will do more intricate and fancy paintings as we go. But I wanted you just to try out a simple apple, and this is the original that we were working from, as you can see, just like that. There you go. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you for all the great comments in the comments section. I appreciate everyone coming here. We'll see you on the next video, okay? Bye for now.